I played with Boyle. Boyle is my boy. Boyle is the best. Everybody loves Boyle. He's the basic one-man army. And he's just a reliable dude. He's depressed, he's a family man. He went to war, he didn't like it. But he's your friend now. Because he doesn't want to be alone and depressed and thinking about suicide. That's why he's your friend. Boyle is your husband, so I agree. I'm sorry for your loss. Anyways, Hans is also my girl. Hans is my girl. Hans is good. Hans is reliable. Hans is simple. How can you not love Hans? Hans is my wife too. My condolences again. Jesus, everybody you marry is dead. My heart has a mouth and it says gay rights. Lovely words. A lovely sentiment to shout out onto the streets. Maybe not the streets because maybe it's way too late at night and people just want to sleep. A lovely sentiment to share. There we go. That's good. Dimitri, my guy. Yeah, sure. Wife died doing what she loved doing, being a silly little goof. I thought she was dying of asphyxiation. Only people who could hear in my area is family and the cryptids in the woods. You gotta check if the cryptids in the woods, like gay people, are cool with queer rights. She was silly like that. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna call you a bad partner for letting your wife die of auto asphyxiation. God forbid girls have fun. There is a thing as too much fun. If you die, then that's no longer fun. Cryptids would be cool with it before my family. Sorry to hear that. Wishing you find somebody that's cool with it. Let's hope for the new year you find people that are cool. I should probably start, like, fidgeting around with the speed dials that are in the options menu. So shit can go faster. Hello, Thype. I don't really have enough money. Ah, fuck it. Let's go. The Zesty Moon. Upon getting a kill with this party member, exhaust all odd-numbered party member position movement and move 2 random party members to the left or right. After dealing damage, produce 3 red pigment, apply 3 to 4 shield to all enemies and party members, and produce 2 yellow or blue pigment. Now, the sensual demand. Upon any enemy dying, deal 10 shield-piercing damage to this party member and decrease the maximum health of the far left and far right enemies by 1. This party member now has Skittish as a passive. This party member's health color is now red. No. How far have you gotten into Ravulate campaign? Not even started it. I only have my Survivor campaign, which I already finished, but I still like exploring as Survivor because Survivor is Survivor. How can you not have some lingering affection for Survivor? Who else? Artificer, where I'm kind of currently stuck in subterranean tunnels until I can get through a gate. But that's fine because I can manage. Still haven't. And then there's Gourmand, which again I'm stuck at a fucking motherfucking gate. Very early. Haven't gone too far into either of those campaigns. Already stuck. Already stuck. What happened to these poor items? Don't worry about it. They're scringly jesty. They're scrunkly glass fry head. They also have subtitles. Facsimile equilibrist elevating. They're scrunkly glass fry head. Start of each turn, deal 1 direct damage to the right in this party member. This party member now has Paint the Egg in place of Slap. This party member now has Budding Sodiums as an additional ability. What the fuck? Judicious Fungus, Experience Cyan of Jeff. When receiving damage, deal 2 fire damage to the right and this party member and deal 1 damage to the left, right, and far right party members. When this party member kills something, heal the left and this party member 2 to 6 health and deal 1 to 5 indirect damage to the right and this party member. Increase healing dealt by 58%. Singing Chord, brought hate to the top of... When directly damaged, deal 2 to 7 indirect damage to the center party member and deal 3 to 8 indirect damage to the opposing enemy. This party member now has Mashing Bullet. Wow. Shumongdongus Jubilant Tool. Lumpy. This party member is now at a birthday party. They return with double health next turn. The stray thought crossed my mind, I should try and see if I can make that an item, and then I remembered, I don't know how to code, so it was discarded. There are whole novellas in these items. It's a thing. Increase damage received by 7. Party member now has Goblet by nothing in place of Slap. When this party member uses the wrong pigment, refresh all odd number party member position abilities. Produce 2 red pigment, deal 1 damage to the opposing enemy, and spawn a non-permanent level 2 Fennec. I'm sorry, what? 5 more health than they normally and member animations as an additional ability. This is fucking moronic, but also that's the point. Paint the Egg. Lose 3 to 4 coins and deal 0 to 4 damage to the opposing enemy. Useless. Budding Sodium. Deal 3 damage. Shield piercing damage to this party member. Deal 4 damage to all other party members and deal 12 damage to this party member. Wow, absolutely fucking garbage. Deal 2 to 12 indirect damage to the left and right party member, deal 1 indirect damage to the left ally, and deal 2 to 6 indirect damage to the left ally. That's illustrative bone! God, these items fucking suck. 8 whole coins down the fucking drain. Not gonna judge, but if your item descriptions are this long, I do not think it is a well-made item. Of course it's not a well-made item, it's random, ya dummy! It's random! Hey, I'm not dumb, just autistic. Understandable, have a good day. I love that Thipe stole his boyfriend's shank. That is always really silly to me. Also, yes, Thipe and Anton are now boyfriends. It is classically canon now. You think Noah stores items in his skull? Sorry, I imagined the feeling of trying to put something into my own skull, and that is sounds painful. One sounds sends a shiver down my spine. Also, I don't know who you're telling should write a book. Maybe. Probably. Oh, so now you're gonna be a twat and fight me. Some of the items are very impractical to keep in your head, in your skull. Am I really gonna grab Boyle again? Yes, I am. This is gonna be a fucking bullshit run. I'm gonna need as much help as possible. He has no nerves to feel it. Sounds painful. Phantom pain. Me, because my shipping ideas are great? I mean, it's not a shipping idea if it's already classically canonical by Talia herself. Did you not see the video? Did you not see Anton's dilemma uncensored? It is canon. It is a canon event, classically. It is a classically canon event. Also, yes, you can never go wrong with Boyle. Same as before, same as it ever was. Quoting the fucking, they might be giants. This could lead to excellence or serious injury. Do not see it, so in my mind head everything is in a state of canon and not canon. What an annoying state of mind that is. 100% pocket dungeon today. Congratulations! We're proud of you. That sounded a bit condescending, sorry. What else was I thinking about? Keeping items inside of your skull. I would keep stuff inside my skull if I could. I'm gonna say no to items. I'm gonna say yes to coins. Like, I'm trying to think of any item that you could put inside the skull. Maybe a bottle. Maybe a bottle could fit. Homeless hotline? I don't know. The fucking cursed sword? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking impale myself through the head with it. A burger. I mean, a burger already goes inside of your skull anytime you eat it, so that's a no-brainer. It might be Giant's mention, now I'll have Istanbul song stuck inside my head. Istanbul. Not Constantinople, it's Istanbul. Not Constantinople. A lot of the items can probably fit inside his head. See, now you have me trying to think and remember the items, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna sorely disagree. The gaping hole in his head. Through it? Sure. Would it sit inside the skull? No, it'll be sticking out, and then it would be very uncomfortable anytime Noah had to focus. Tally Hall, Voltaire, the might be giants practically erased you. Voltaire is also responsible for my, quote, special, unquote, taste in men. I don't recognize Voltaire. The first Voltaire that shows up is a writer and historian, and a French writer and historian. No, wait, that's Voltaire. Voltaire. Oh, come. No, no. I'm finding nothing. Not that Voltaire. Okay, this funky guy. Alright, I get it. Aurelio Voltaire. How long have I been standing in front of these fucking fish? Give me a second. Okay. The first phrase that came to mind was quasi-modern age vampire. I don't know if you think that's a appropriate phrase. It's the phrase that came up, so sorry. Gave so many fucked up quotes as a kid. Lol Lamau. Would you say it still holds up today? Would you say his music still holds up today? He is in fact a fucking motherfucking vampire. Sulfur powder, stolen gold, springtrap, pep powder, ampule, atabrine. Are just a few items that could fit inside his head. One, two, three, 4 of those are drugs. I don't know if he wants to keep drugs inside his skull. It's his skull. I don't know why. I am much more receptive to the idea of keeping stuff inside the rib cage than inside the skull. Wouldn't it fuck up with your vision, too? Songs are very relevant, especially any queer theme ones. And I will definitely try and look up Monsieur Voltaire. The rib cage can't store items? Why not? You just lift up your shirt and tuck them in. Would fall out of the bottom. And you say things inside of the skull would not fall out down the bottom. Not having ice would definitely fuck up your vision. See, now I want to be a bit pedantic and say that Fennec doesn't really have ears. Ears? Eyes. What? Nobody here has ears. Jesus. Lodged between the ribs. One semester lesbian. Search Google in a different tab. Hate lives in a small town. Town. Open in a different tab town. Do any of the characters have ears? Give me 2 seconds. See, now I'm mad that I can't remember, so I'm looking it up. No, I wouldn't say Hans has ears, I guess more like holes. No. Splig doesn't have any visible ears, so perhaps. No. Pearl is an organism, so she probably has some form of ears. The guy with the blood mask? You mean Anton? No, Anton doesn't have ears, he just has a mask. And underneath that is a skull. Type. Look, anything relating to type is a massive question mark, so let's put it like a half point to somebody with ears. Griffin, maybe. Griffin would definitely have melted off ears, but maybe? Technically? I'd call it a technicality. No. Longliver. Longliver probably has ears. Again, weird creature ears. Rags? I can definitely see Rags having ears, yes. No, Cleaver? Cleaver probably... Yes, Cleaver has ears. They're just inside the hammer helmet. Cranes probably, although Cranes' ears were probably rotted away. Agon, possibly. Smokestacks, small crustacean-like ears. Leviat is like a nub of nerves, so not necessarily. The meaniest skeleton. Okay, Gospel has ears. Not really working ears, because Gospel's a fucking statue, but yeah, it kinda counts. Mordrake? Might or might not. And the Mung have ears, fish ears. Fish have ears, right? I think fish have ears. I lost count on how many of those do have ears, so if any of you were keeping count, mention it. Fish do have ears. Very tiny, tiny ears. Dolls have ears. Time to recount. Joking, you're joking, but I'm not. Dolls having ears would count as gospel, in which case it's not really fucking ears, you know? Fuck. Fuck. No. Half a point for Thipe, 1 point for Pearl, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5 out of like 24 do. 10.5. I think it was not including the ones with covered up face. I think it was 2. Or rotting flesh. Yeah, that's the thing. If we're trying to count animal ears as well, Pearl and long liver count. Type is a fucking mystery. Do I think Bimini has ears? No, she does not, because I'm pretty sure somewhere it's stated that she's just wearing a mask, and underneath the mask, she's just normal skeleton. Pretty sure it's somewhere it says that. Check the wiki. I'm gonna say Mordrake does not have ears, since Mordrake is now essentially a walking cancer cell. Remember, it was a mask, not what was under it. Under the mask was nothing. Just an empty void. Spooky. Fun fact, cancers and tumors can grow hair and teeth. I was trying to remember a boss in Binding of Isaac that was kind of like that, and I can't remember. Enjoy that? Thank you. It's very nice of you to share. At least Deer Antler don't do that. True. Oh god. See, that's a cursed mental image. Motherfucker. This is not a good run. Also, why does Hans have a man's name? It's not Hans, it's Hans. And her name is Hans because it's a short version of Leviathan. Because she is part of, or used to be part of, a Leviathan body. like a giant fucking mega organism. And since she couldn't really remember the word Leviathan, she just stuck with the part she remembered, which is Hans. That is also why Leviat, the other wiggly red guy, his name is Leviat. Leviat and Hans. Leviathans. Get it? Eh? Also about the comments about the deer antlers, it turns out that the deer antlers are some kind of bone cancer. Which is wild, but also very interesting because it means that they are kind of immune to cancer. It just grows outwardly and not internally. Controlled form of bone cancer. And that's why I just assumed she was a German soldier and Leviathan was like a metaphor for Nazi complex or something. Was overthinking it. Definitely overthinking it. Hans is actually, what's the motherfucking word? An alveoli, which is one of those cells that is inside the lungs that let oxygen into the bloodstream. But she is currently asphyxiating, and that is why she is blue. That's a very easy answer. Not complicated at all. Weird mental image with Robin's devil fruit you might not like. Try me. She was a human in real life, right? Nope. Again, part of a mega organism, as in a massive organism. Shaped sort of humanly? Perhaps, perhaps not. Just a little bud. She's just a little bud. She's squishy. And like, also, that's a mask. You know that's a mask. Like, her actual face has like a weird hole in it. You only get to see the whole face when she takes off her mask when she's talking to Leviat, so... So are demons real in this world? Are those guys like... Or is Yellow Suns just hallucinating it? Yellow Suns, that is fucking... odd a name. She takes off her mask when meeting the red spiral guy. Demons? If by demons you mean Bosch, and no, Bosch is not. I mean, there are demons. There are actual demons that make deals with people and other folks in purgatory. They usually end up badly. Take, for example, Sharkarian, the boss in the Orpheum. He made a deal with the devil that would let him live so that his people would live. But eventually they would all slowly die, and then Sharkarian was left alone, and then he slowly rotted away because the devil was getting lazy on upkeeping his quote immortal unquote body, so now Sharkarian is just a shambling mess. And also a Jesus allegory. Yeah. But are those demons in purgatory just Snoke's imagination, or is like actually real? Are these people real? Actually fucking real. Actually definitely real. Pretty sure. Yeah, they are real. Allegories. Allergy-ories. Allergy orgies? God, that sounds disgusting. Way too much snot. Like a giant siphonophore? What the heck is a siphonophore? Order of Hydrosia, which is a class of marine organisms within the phylum Cnidaria, or Cnidaria. According to the World Register of Marine Species, order contains 175 species described thus far. Highly polymorphic complex organisms. Each specimen is in fact a colonial organism composed of medusoid and polypid that are morphologically and functionally specialized. Zooids are multicellular units that develop from single fertilized egg and combine to create functional colonies, able to reproduce, digest, float, to maintain body positioning, and use jet propulsion to move. Most colonies are long, thin, transparent floaters living in the pelagic zone. Like other hydrozoans, some siphonophores emit light to attract and attack prey, while many sea animals produce blue and gray bioluminescence. A siphonophore in the genus Arena has only the second life form found to produce a red light, the first one being a scaleless dragonfish something. Honestly, I'm inclined to say yes. Sorry, a lot of message happened while I was reading about motherfucking siphonophods. Siphonophoria. Very interesting. Biology is interesting. Marine biology is extraordinarily interesting. This world is weird as shit, correct? Hater Brian's landed in the same phrase. Correct. Just assume this was an all-in-the-head game. Incorrect. Allergy sound awful. Again, mucus. Mucus everywhere. She can sprout any part of her body, including mouth, so imagine if she made giant limbs of mouths or tongues to touch you with. Nico Robin from One Piece. For extra context, also death. I mean, she could also use that to, like, steal somebody else's food, so... Kinky. I'm gonna bat you with a styrofoam bat. Bonk. Does this make clown meat in the same universe as this game? Very possible. Writers were high as hell writing this game. High on rotisserie chicken. They're not high. Come on. Imagination is a wild thing. Also, yes, it is very, very, very much likely that Clown Meat is in the same universe as well as various other titles done by Talia. Jesus Christ, that was a long-ass strand of sentences. I need some water. This run's boring. I'm starting a new one. Hydrate. You know what? You know what? You're right. I will hydrate. I will get myself some more water. We all love Talia. That is yet another correct statement. There we go. Again, it's getting kind of late, so my brain synapses are slowing down. #1 streamer of Brutal Orchestra. Are there any other Brutal Orchestra streamers right now? Is there any more contest? Nope. Alright. So I'm technically on first place and also dead last. Yay! Anyways, I need to get more water. Jiminy Christmas.